people who were walking by, I guess. He was harassing those people, and then he attacked the policeman and tried to choke him with his bare hands. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. We are back with another report out of Switzerland in the heart of Europe, because there has been yet another violent attack here in Europe. The situation is getting out of hand with those violent migrants. They come in here in masses. They're flooding Europe with mass migrants. And we have to talk about another situation, which now the violence is spreading in Spain, in France, in Italy, Germany. I mean, we don't have to talk about the UK, where it's, I think, around maybe the worst in entire Europe, but meanwhile also in Switzerland. Yes, the small, still safe and secure castle of Europe, Switzerland, is also now facing incredible and shocking violence coming from migrants of all. It's always the same type of, usually or often illegal migrants who burn their passports, who come from Middle Eastern countries or Northern African countries, and most of them always have the background of this death-loving ideology, which they call Islam. Let's have a look what happened here in Aarau. Aarau is a small city in the canton of Aargau. Switzerland is divided into different cantone, and it's like similar to a state in the United States. Now let's have a look at this incident. A migrant from Somalia was trying to choke a police officer from the city. A city police officer tried to choke him with his bare hands. Let's have a look here. So here it says, during a control, like they were patrolling, Somali attacks city police officer in Aarau. So shocking attack in Aarau. A man attacked a police officer during they were patrolling at the railway station. The train station is in Aarau, by the way, I know it by coincidence, is a place where you often find these illegal migrant males, the asylum-seeking males hanging around at the railway station. Usually there's some of them are also dealing with drugs like cocaine and other drugs, which they try to sell at the railway station. Here it says that the Somali, after strong resistance, has now been taken in custody. Let's see what was going on. So this is the railway station here, the train station in Aarau. That's where everything happened. Okay, so one guy was a witness, and he said a man was trying to choke a police officer in Aarau, and I was seeing it from the bus, because you can see here at the railway station there are also buses, so it must have been outside, I believe, outside here somewhere, where it was visible when you were sitting in one of these buses. Now Daniel Wächter, the media spokesman of the police of the Canton Aargau, was confirming this case, and he said that the 25-year-old Somalian male was attacking during a police patrol the police officer without a warning, and they could only control him with really fighting the guy heavily. They had to fight the guy heavily. Up here it also says that the violent migrant was first harassing other people in the railway station, people who were walking by, I guess. He was harassing those people, and then he attacked the policeman and tried to choke him with his bare hands. So they really had to fight him off. Otherwise, I guess, he couldn't control himself. He would maybe have even killed the police officer. Now the population of the city of Aarau, which is actually the capital city of the Canton Aargau in Switzerland, is around 22,700 people. And when we check how many migrants or foreigners we have in the city of Aarau, it's around 22% or 23, let's say roughly 23%. That's like the people who are living in the city without a Swiss passport. So the percentage of foreign people in the city of Aarau is slightly below the average of the entire canton. In contrary to other communities in the canton, it's quite low. But there are certain areas in the city of Aarau, where the percentage is much higher. And these are the areas where they are housing the asylum seekers and the illegal migrants who end up in the city. So I told you these areas are close to the railway station, and that's why at the railway station in Aarau you will always find these people harassing other people, harassing girls of course, or trying to sell their drugs. Now this incident just happened a few days ago, and while I was checking the news, which by the way, this news was quite hard to find. It was way down there. I had to scroll all the way down to find it. But I did find it. And I mean, yeah, at least the mainstream media was reporting on this incident, but it was tough to find. But what I also found while I was looking is that there was another guy arrested, which was a thief. He was trying to break into cars, and it was a 24 years old Moroccan guy. So what do you know? When they were checking him, they also found out that he was an asylum seeker, and they were already investigating on him. So they were already looking for him. And they caught the guy in the same city of Aarau near the football stadium trying to break into cars. So while I was thinking, is this just another row of isolated incidents? Because all these 3 incidents here were just happening in a few days, like 4 or 5 days maximum. So are these just again isolated incidents? So let's have a look at the statistics of these isolated incidents, shall we? So I was checking here, these are like the percentage of numbers of crime with foreigner or migrant people, asylum seeker crime. So here we have the numbers of 2023, and this is 2024. So when we check here, this is Aarau, the city that we were talking about. 166 in 2023, 295 in 2024. This is 78%. A 78% difference from 2024 to 2023. It has risen for 78%. These are only crimes which were confirmed crimes done by asylum seekers or illegal migrants. Okay, let's have a look at Baden, which is another small city in the canton of Aargau. 211 2023, 171 in 2024. So there was actually a reduction. There was a reduction. But here in Aarau, 78%. Let's have a look at Bruck. That's another city, comparable size. 107 in 2023, 162 in 2024. That's 50% more. I mean, if you look at this, 162, that's not a lot. No, but it's 50% more than last year. So we not only have to look here at this number, because this number is still low, but look at the trend. Look at the percentage. It's 51% more than last year. So, I mean, if it goes on like this every year, we know where we're going to end up, right? Just have a look at Britain. And let's be clear, these statistics are including all foreigners who don't have a Swiss passport. So the group that I'm talking about, the violent group of young male in fighting age with this fundamentalistic, death-loving Islamic ideology, are just a percentage of the entire group of foreigners. So most of the people are not committing most of the crime. It's just a small fraction who is committing a majority of these crimes. But this small fraction of those young males in fighting age who come from the Middle East with this death-loving Islamistic ideology, they are like, affecting the entire group of foreigners. Everybody is affected. Everybody who comes from a foreign country and wants to live in Switzerland now is being affected by this small fraction of people who are committing the most horrendous and ugliest crimes ever. That's also, it's not just normal crime. No, it's the most disgusting things which are being done by exactly this group. So I was thinking, let's have a look at the statistics on a bigger perspective, right? We just saw it like from a few cities, 2023 compared to 2024. Now let's have a look at the entire percentage of crimes committed in the Canton Aargau. We're still in this small, only in this small Canton Aargau of a even like a small country of Switzerland, which is in the heart of Europe. So let's have a look in the Canton Aargau from 1990. Here we have crimes committed by Swiss nationalities and foreigners. Okay, so in 1990, in percentage, there were 61.3 committed by Swiss people and 38.7 by foreigners. All right, now let's go to the year 2000. 62, we still have 62, that's actually even more than in 1990, and 38 foreigners, 62% Swiss. Okay, 2007, the number goes down here, 59.6 to 44. Okay, 2014, 52.4 by Swiss people done, committed crimes, and 47.6, so it's rising. 47.6 committed by foreigners. Let's go down a bit further here. 2018, 49.2. So it's falling, right? The number of Swiss people who are committing crimes is decreasing. And here it's increasing. We have to switch actually. Oh, let's check this out. In 2017, there were still more than 50% of the crimes done by Swiss people, 49 foreigners. But in 2018, the switch did take place. 49.2 only by Swiss people, 50.8 by foreigners. So it took a long time. See, it took a long time. The number here was rising, falling again. But at a certain point here, 2002, it started rising, fell a bit here, but then just kept continuously rising until we hit the break. Now we have more than half of the crimes in the Canton Aargau committed by foreigners. Let's check the latest numbers. Ooh, it dropped by more than 9%. We have now 40.8% of all the crimes in the Canton Aargau committed by Swiss people and 59.2 committed by foreigners. And here again, I'm quite sure that the majority of this 59.2% is done by those males coming in from Middle East countries in fighting age, coming in masses, illegally burning their passports, having this brainwash. They were growing up having 18 or 16 or 24 years of brainwash ideology, thoughts hammered into their brain, and they are in this death-loving cult, which they call Islam, but they are the real Islamists. They are the extremists, and they really want to Islamize. These people are creating a lot of trouble, and I'm sure that this fraction is responsible for most of these 59.2%. So I'm not saying, I don't think that a lot of these 59.2% is been done by the majority of foreigners in the Canton Aargau. No. I'm sure it's exactly this small fragment, which is illegal in this country anyway. They came in here illegally in the first place. So what do you expect then? Of course, because we accept it. We give them everything they want and more. We give them shelter, food, clothing. Some of them get cell phones. They get a ticket so that they can freely use the train. Swiss people who pay taxes here, who are not in this country illegally, have to pay high amounts for using the train. But some of these asylum seekers, they just get a free card. they can use it for free all day long so that they can visit the other illegal immigrants. That's the level we are. We give them a free ticket so they can visit each other and congratulate each other that they came here illegally. To harass people at the railway station then and try to choke a police officer, choke him and unalive him, try to unalive him by choking him with his bare hands, and only with strong force the other police officers could stop him from doing it. That's where we are. That's the level where we are. Thanks a lot for watching. See you in the next one. Bye bye.